Welcome, ladies, to the Jokotade Show. I am your host, Vivian Jokotade, and today I thought I'd do a really nice special edition for my followers, those of you who are not married yet. Now, I want to kind of talk about a few things that are important to me. One of the things that I have observed that's happening in our world today is that a lot more younger women are not getting equipped for marriage. And that may be because there's not enough resource to actually practically guide us as young women once we want to get married. So, ladies, I thought we'd just kind of hang out briefly today and just talk about things that are important to us. Before I get to my points, I kind of want to establish a few things. Well, kind of echo a few things. I know the pressure is real. A lot of the ladies, many of you that are not married yet that write me, you're like, Vivian, the hustle is real. There are not too many guys. I mean, Vivian, we want a man. Joko, I want a man. I really want a man. I want to get married. My girlfriends are all married. Everyone around me is married. I mean, what's going to happen to me? I'm almost 30. So I know you're going to say, I know you probably are thinking, well, you can't really understand. You're married, you've got your children already. I mean, it's just really tough out here. I know, ladies, I know it's tough. Every generation kind of goes through that. And I think it's even tougher now because I kind of say this. I say, good guys are few, and then great guys are fewer, and then godly great guys are fewest. It's just the rankings just keeps getting tighter and tighter, and it's just tougher. So, ladies, I definitely understand. Ladies, I want to put it out there. The following points that I'm going to discuss or address, the truth is they may not necessarily address every single thing that you need to tweak or that you need to kind of change or adjust. It may not even be that. I want to put it out there. There's nothing wrong with you. Sometimes, though, sometimes we just need to make a few adjustments to just kind of help us be perceived in a better way. And that's, I think that's important. That's necessary. If you're going to apply for a job, what do? You dress appropriately. You look the part, right? Well, ladies, let's go into some of these points. I hope you find them very helpful. So here is my very first point. Number one, the obvious. Look the part. Ladies, you've got to look the part. You've got to dress smart, look stylish, whatever you can afford. It's nothing about wearing expensive clothing. It's just about looking young, looking youthful, look approachable. I think that's one thing you can take away. Look approachable. Don't be so dressed up that, a gentleman looks at you and is like, I don't want to go approach her. Keep in mind, a man loves to keep his ego. And so if he looks at you and he's like, I don't want her to shut me down, guess what he's going to do? He's going to kind of stand back. So that's one thing I need you to work on. Another thing is this. Many of you write in and you tell me, Jokotade, I want to marry or I want a God-fearing man. Ladies, if you want a God-fearing man, you too must look like a God-fearing woman. What do you think? How would you expect a God-fearing man? What do you think the expectations of a God-fearing man are with regards to the woman he wants to be with? Of course, he wants her to look great. He wants her to look nice. He wants her to look, nicely covered up and, very poised, I don't know, every gentleman's needs are different. But the fact is this, how do you look when a gentleman wants to approach you? What do you look like? What do you dress like? What is your outfit like? Are you constantly exposing so much of your body that the gentleman questions if you're a God-fearing person? So that's something. If you want that, then you have to look the part. What do you want in a man? Most of us want a good-looking man that's well-dressed, well put together, and all that. What about you? You have to look the part of the kind of man that you want to be with. Number two, ladies, the big one, speak the part. Now, ladies, you can't be going to weddings and be all loud, laughing very, very uncontained. No, ladies, no, 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 no. If we want a man, you've got to, laugh gently, speak kindly. When a waiter is attending to you, be kind to people. You never know who's watching. You never know who's looking. I had one gentleman tell me, he told me, he said, Jokotade, I will never, ever recommend any of my friends to that young lady. Why? Because She talks very poorly to people. She's constantly talking down at men. She's constantly nagging, constantly being bossy. So, ladies, that's something that you definitely want to watch out for. The other thing is this: you never know who's going to refer you, who's going to kind of talk about you to somebody else. So be kind with your words. Show value, add value to others with your words. Be good. Be gently spoken, okay? And watch and see what's going to happen. The last point that I want you to take away is this: live the part. What do I mean by live the part? Notice I didn't say act, act like one. I don't, no, ladies. I don't want you acting. I want you to live the part. How do you live the part? You prepare. A lot of women, we prepare for, I was telling one of the ladies that I mentor, you prepare for exams, we prepare for work, we prepare for presentations, we prepare for school, we prepare for so many things in life. But one thing that a lot of us are not doing is actually preparing for marriage. So how do you prepare? Well, you have to start getting more organized with your schedule, knowing how to juggle more things at the same time. Marriage requires a whole lot of work, knowing how to cope with work, cope with multiple things. Because when you do get married and maybe you're thinking about having your own children, you're going to have to juggle a whole lot of things. You don't want to get married and the guy's like, what is this? What is my wife doing? So start preparing the part, getting more organized. Just knowing how to enjoy the company of another. Some of us just we want to go out and we want to keep to ourselves. You can't do that in marriage. You can't keep to yourself forever. Of course, there'll be times you can have your private time, but you have to know how to be a good team member, a good team player. I want to leave you with a quote from Proverbs 18, verse 22. And it says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." The goal is this: I want you to be that good thing that he finds. So, ladies, there you have it. I know you want a man. I believe that there is a very special man out there that God has picked out for you. In the meantime, I want you to go get ready. Don't forget what we talked about. Number one, make sure you look the part. Number two, make sure you speak the part. Number three, make sure you leave the part by actually preparing for marriage. I like to say this: prayerfully prepare for the man that you want and watch what God will do. Ultimately, don't forget this. Remember that God is the one who sees everything. So you show yourself faithful to God and watch what he will do. I appreciate your time, ladies. Of course, leave your questions, your comments. I want to hear from you. What are you struggling with? I want to hear from you. I'll see you again on another episode of the Jokotade Show. Take care.